Do you know the story of a strong rain that flooded the whole earth? So come with me, let's open the great book. This is Noah. In Noah's times, there was too much evil in the world. People would fight with each other all the time, telling lies, disrespecting one another. The children were selfish and mean. And all that happened because people forgot about God and got far away from Him. There was so much evil that God became very sad in His heart, and He regretted having created the human being and decided to destroy everything. But when God looked to the world, He found one good man, Noah. He was a righteous man because he was God's friend. Then God had an idea. He told Noah, "Build a boat. Actually, this boat must be really big. It must be an ark because I'm going to send a huge rain. It's going to rain so much that there's going to be a flood. When the ark is ready, you and your family are going to get in there, and you will take with you one couple of each animal species. But don't worry about this part. I'll talk to the animals. You just build the ark because it's going to save your lives. Here you are, the measures and all the material you will need." I wonder if Noah is going to do such a difficult task. It was a very big and complicated boat. And also, there was no large river or sea near the place where Noah lived. What would the neighbors think? They would surely gossip about him and his family, teasing on his construction. What about you? What would you do if you were Noah? Would you have the courage to follow God's plan? But Noah chose to obey God. He asked his sons for help, and together they built a huge ark. It was really hard work. Not only for the construction itself, like cutting the wood and assembling the pieces, the biggest challenge was to listen to all those people teasing on them, telling them they were fools and that their construction was a complete madness. Noah tried really hard to advise those people, telling them about the flood, but they did not believe him. Their hearts were really far away from God. When the ark was ready, God told the animals to enter the ark, 2 by 2. When they were all inside, Noah and his family went in too, and God sealed the door closed. Suddenly, it started to rain, and it rained a lot. It rained non-stop for 40 days and 40 nights. There was so much water that there was a flood. This way, there was no more life in the world except the animals and Noah's family, who were safe inside the ark. Then the rain stopped. But even so, it was still flooded. There was no way they could leave the ark. They had to wait. Wait. Many days waiting for the water to lower. Come on, we get impatient just for waiting in the line for some French fries. Now imagine more than 100 days inside a boat with lots of animals there doing, number 1, number 2, every day. Imagine if you were there and no French fries. What would your face be like in this part of the story? So, Noah and his family had to learn to wait. After 40 rainy days, then more than 100 days waiting for the water to lower, the ark landed on the mountains of Ararat. but there was still too much water to get out. They needed to wait more. And now, what would your face be like? This way, 40 more days passed, and Noah sent out a raven. The idea here was to check if there already was any dry land on earth. But the raven returned to the ark. This meant there was nowhere to land. So they had to wait a little longer. After a few days, Noah sent out a dove, but it returned, just like the raven. 7 days later, he sent out the dove again, and it returned with an olive leaf in its beak. This meant that now the water had drained and some plants had grown. So, 7 days later, Noah sent out the dove for the third time, and this time it didn't come back. Hooray! That's the good news they were waiting for. Noah and his family could finally get out of the ark. That's amazing! They were able to open that door and finally get out after waiting for so long, and now the animals could run free in the fields. Yes, Noah and his family were really grateful to God for being able to go through all that and be saved. So they praised God with so much joy, and God painted the first rainbow in the sky. It represents the alliance God had with Noah, with the promise of never destroying mankind again with flood. You see, it's really worth it to do the right things. Even if in the beginning it sounds a bit confusing, in the end, God's will is always good, perfect, and pleasant. Obeying God is no doubt the best choice. Did you have fun? So press the like button and subscribe. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram. See you soon. Bye!